Hey guys, welcome to another Mercy speed paint. I'm sorry about the ups and downs in quality on this one, because I actually recorded my first two clips in the wrong format and had to convert them, but it's okay, it's not too bad. It's just a little less crisp than I would like. So you can see here in this first clip, I'm doing Mercy's head. So I'm starting off by blocking out her hair in just like a solid, like light blonde colour. It's not quite a perfect match for Mercy, in fact I might even tweak it later. But at the moment it's just something to fill in the hair with. I could fill her hair in with like black if I so chose. A little bit of shading here, just trying to get some dimension to it. It's quite difficult. I need to go back and actually add a detail layer to the hair with some hairs in it, because at the moment it's a little too. There's something about it that's a little too flat, I guess. In with the halo now. Now the halo has like a lot of steps to it because I wanted it to have that proper metallic, solid look. So once I've finished colouring it in, I have to split it up into all the different sections, if that makes sense. So that's sort of what I'm doing right now. Oh no, right now I'm re-blocking out the halo because my first one was not crisp enough. So here I am. Yeah, there we go, I'm starting. So I'm going through and blocking out all the separate sections of the halo, and then I have to go back through after this and separate them all so that they don't overlap, because I want to apply them as, I believe I used hard light to the halo, so they can't actually overlap like they are at the moment. So I'm deleting the parts where the sections overlap. So at the moment we've got like a sort of Art Deco halo. I'm sorry that again you can't see the layers panel. I was supposed to investigate that, wasn't I? Hopefully I'll be able to do that at some point, and we'll find out why exactly that's not recording. It's something to do with the fact that some of my graphics run off the processor and some of my graphics run off the graphics card. Oh yeah, and you can't see the gradients panel either. That's interesting. Yes, so I got that nice metallic look I was going for with the halo. Okay, so next up we're colouring in Mercy's base skin colour for her face. This is just me making sure I've got the right parts of the face and grabbing that piece of hair that I missed before. It just helps to like frame her face out. And I tried a few different tacks for shading the face. I think what I'm eventually going to have to do is copy and paste the face into a new document, scale it up, paint it, and then scale it back down again into this document. I'm quite pleased with the eye that I did, but the rest of the face just looks a bit ham-fisted at the minute. In fact, even the eye looks a little bit ham-fisted. So yeah, I'm going to do what I just said, just to make it look a bit more refined and make it. I just don't want the face to bring down the rest of the piece, because I'm really pleased with the rest of the piece so far. There we go, grabbing the mouth. I think I ended up just painting the mouth in and erasing the parts that I didn't need. Yeah, there we go. The difficulty with Mercy is that her hair and skin aren't like, they don't have a dramatic contrast between them, so it's difficult to get that distinction. So we're going into the second clip now. I was going to take a break and wander off, but instead I decided why not, we'll just stop the clip. So now we're moving on to this arm that's in the foreground. It's right in the front of the image, so it's sort of important that I get it vaguely looking right. You can't see what I'm doing at the moment because I think I'm messing around with some gradients. Yeah, there we go. Again, because the gradient window is not visible to you guys, unfortunately, it's difficult to sort of explain what's going on. So here I'm trying to create those seams in her arm sleeve. Yes, arm sleeve, as opposed to leg sleeve. That's my new name for trousers, leg sleeves. So yeah, creating that sort of 3D look to it. The next piece I'm doing is the wrist piece, which is it's slightly separate from the arm piece. I don't think it's quite as separate as I've depicted it, but I enjoyed doing it this way, so why not? This piece is quite difficult for me because I'm trying to do it without having like thick black outlines around everything. So you can see where my edges are a little bit hammy because I didn't want to like go through hours and hours of refining and refining and refining the edges. But I think I might have to, like there's going to be a video at the end of this which is just me going around and sharpening all the corners and making all the edges nice and refined. Used a little copy paste sheet there again on the fist, just because there's no point in painting 4 little diamonds separately. The collar was a bit of a headache for me. So here I am colouring in the grey part, but getting the orange part to look nice was difficult. I ended up doing it, as you can see here, as a stroke, using the pen tool, and then just applying like a little gradient to it, just because I don't want anything in this to be like one solid flat colour, because yeah, obviously that just looks fake and cartoony, and it's difficult to make a compelling piece like that. And I know it looks very cartoony still at the moment, like there's going to be a lot of shading and refinement that goes into this after this stage, don't worry. What I'm probably going to do is duplicate the document and have one where all the layers are, you know, they're all squished together into one big flat layer, and then I can like customize the shading a bit better and like blend things into each other in a nice way, and just make it look really on point. The only thing that will have to stay separate is the orange fins on the wing, because they're a different layer style to the rest of them. It's a different layer. Here I am playing with glows, just something to lift Mercy from the space background. Wasn't sure what to do here, and for a while I tried to paint with the glow turned on at the time, but it was sort of causing a problem, so yeah, there we go, I turned it off. Now this thing, I tried to paint it at first, but I wasn't getting crisp edges at all. I wasn't getting anything that I felt like I could work with, so broke the pen tool out again, just to create this nice crisp. Again, I don't know what they are. They're part of her skirt thing. Can't call them fins as well because that will create some confusion with the wings. And then I shaded those in, and I think that's as far as I got for this video. So we've gone from the wing alone to the wing and the head. And then the next thing I did in was the arm that's in the foreground of the picture, just with that nice gradient on it, those nice orange colours, those classic Mercy skin colours, and finally to the body. So I hope you enjoyed this video, found it fun, a bit shorter than the last one, and I'll see you again.